Welcome to StackGain, your source for the biggest AI shifts, powerful tools, and hidden trends shaping the future. They fired thousands of employees and trusted machines to take their place. It didn't end well. The promise of artificial intelligence arrived like a revolution. Faster decisions, lower costs, perfect efficiency. For companies across the world, it felt like the ultimate upgrade, a future where machines could handle everything from customer service to creative work without fatigue, salaries, or human error. And so, they made a choice. They began replacing people. At first, it looked like a breakthrough. Executives announced bold transformations. Entire departments were downsized. AI systems were deployed to answer customers, write content, manage workflows, and even make decisions. Humans were slow, expensive, and inconsistent. AI was not. But then, something unexpected happened. It didn't work the way they thought it would. In the early stages of this shift, major corporations embraced automation with confidence. Companies like Amazon, IBM, Klarna, and Salesforce began restructuring their workforces around artificial intelligence. Thousands of employees were laid off or reassigned as AI systems took over routine tasks. The logic seemed sound. AI could operate 24/7, handle massive volumes of data, and deliver results instantly. For businesses under pressure to cut costs and increase efficiency, the decision felt almost inevitable. Yet beneath the surface, cracks were already forming. One of the most striking examples came from the financial technology company, Klarna. The company made headlines after aggressively replacing customer service employees with AI systems. Over time, its workforce dropped significantly as automation took over support operations. Initially, the results appeared promising. AI handled inquiries quickly, reduced operational costs, and scaled effortlessly. It was exactly what companies had been promised. But customers began to notice something missing. The conversations felt cold. Problems went unresolved. Complex issues confused the system. Frustration grew. Eventually, Klarna's leadership admitted what many had already experienced: the AI wasn't enough. The company began reversing its decision, bringing back human workers to restore service quality. The lesson was clear: efficiency without understanding can quickly turn into failure. A similar story unfolded in the fast food industry. McDonald's, one of the largest restaurant chains in the world, experimented with AI-powered drive-thru systems. The goal was simple: replace human order takers with automated voice systems that could process orders instantly. But reality told a different story. Customers recorded viral videos showing the AI making bizarre mistakes, adding hundreds of chicken nuggets to orders, misunderstanding basic requests, and repeating incorrect items endlessly. The system struggled with accents, background noise, and natural conversation, things humans handle effortlessly. What was meant to improve efficiency ended up creating confusion and frustration. Eventually, the experiment was shut down. In a business where speed and accuracy are everything, the AI had failed at both. These incidents were not isolated. Across industries, companies discovered that replacing humans entirely came with consequences they had not anticipated. In customer-facing roles especially, the absence of human judgment became painfully obvious. Customer service is not just about answering questions, it is about empathy, context, and adaptability. AI, for all its computational power, often lacks these qualities. Reports show that automated systems frequently frustrate users, sometimes costing companies more in lost customers than they save in labor. What companies thought was an upgrade began to feel like a downgrade. The problem extended beyond customer service. In workplaces across the United States, employees began encountering what researchers called AI-generated work slop content that appeared polished on the surface, but lacked depth and usefulness. over 40% of workers reported receiving such outputs, which ultimately reduced productivity rather than improving it. This revealed a deeper issue. AI can produce content quickly, but speed does not guarantee quality. Without human oversight, the results can be misleading, incomplete, or even harmful. Instead of eliminating inefficiencies, companies were sometimes creating new ones. Perhaps the most surprising discovery was that many companies replaced workers not because AI was ready, but because they believed it would be. A Harvard Business Review analysis found that layoffs were often driven by the potential of AI rather than its actual performance. In other words, companies were betting on a future that had not yet arrived. This led to what critics began calling AI washing a trend, where companies blamed layoffs on artificial intelligence while the real reasons were cost-cutting or restructuring. The narrative of AI replacing humans became a convenient story, even when the technology itself was not fully capable of doing so. Behind the headlines, the numbers told a more nuanced story. While millions of layoffs were announced, only a small fraction were directly caused by AI automation. At the same time, studies showed that many companies regretted their decisions. Some estimates suggest that over half of employers who adopted AI-driven layoffs later reconsidered or reversed them. The reality was becoming harder to ignore. Replacing humans entirely was not as simple as it seemed. Even in highly technical environments, the limits of AI became apparent. Software companies that attempted to automate coding or internal processes discovered that AI still required human supervision. Errors, inconsistencies, and unexpected behaviors meant that skilled workers were still essential. The idea of a fully autonomous workplace remained out of reach. Instead, companies found themselves in a paradox, needing humans to manage the very systems designed to replace them. One of the most overlooked consequences of this shift was the impact on employees. In some cases, workers were unknowingly involved in training the AI systems that would later replace them. After years of service, they were let go, only to see their roles taken over by machines they had helped build. This raised ethical questions about transparency, fairness, and the true cost of automation. For businesses, the focus was efficiency. For workers, it was survival. Yet despite these challenges, the push toward AI did not stop. Companies continued to invest heavily in automation, driven by the promise of long-term gains. By 2026, around 30% of companies had already replaced some workers with AI tools, and that number was expected to grow. If you want to understand the truth behind AI and what's really coming next, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram at Join Telegram Group. Comment your opinion below. Like the video. Ektrition Siktur.